Can you explain which objective I should be using for Facebook and Instagram ads in AdManager? If you guys have run ads in AdManager, you'll be aware of this. One of the first things you're doing if you're not running, I'm not talking about just boosting a post. I'm talking about actually doing an ad the proper way by going into AdManager and building out an ad. One of the first things you're going to do when you go to create an ad, it's going to bring you to a page. And depending on whether you're one of the people that they have on the early adopter side or whether you're still utilizing the old platform, it's going to bring up a variety of choices you can choose of what your objective is for that ad. Now, there's three categories: awareness, consideration, and conversion. And all the other things fall into that. One, there may be traffic, engagement, video views, brand awareness, reach, conversions, messages. Those are all things that may fall under one of these three categories. But the three main categories of the objective in Facebook and Instagram or the meta advertising is awareness, consideration, and conversion. So which one, the first thing that this question's asking is which one of these should you use? And I think that the main thing you need to decide is what you're trying to achieve with the ad. If you're a new company maybe and you don't have a big following on your page and you just want to get out there in front of people, you want people in your local area to know that you exist and to know that you provide service, and you have a limited budget and you just want to get in front of a lot of people. You want your brand to be in front of a lot of people, similar to how a television advertisement or a billboard or something like that would run, where you're just trying to get in front of as many people as you can. You probably want to choose the awareness objective. And there's typically, depending on, again, how your thing is set up, there's going to be brand awareness and there's going to be reach. Now, per dollar, it's going to allow you to get in front of more people if you go with the awareness. Now, those people, you can still target them in your audience. You can still target by demographics, age, geography, interests. You can still target them. But what this is going to do is just get those posts in front of more people. Now, they're not people that have necessarily shown a predisposition to engaging with an ad or converting or anything like that. It's just a sheer numbers game. You're trying to get in front of a lot of people. That's great for a new company that's really just trying to get the word out that they exist and things like that, especially if you have a limited budget, because you don't need to spend as much to get in front of a lot of people with an awareness type ad. So that's the one category, awareness. And again, typically it's brand awareness and reach are going to be the two typically things under that. Now, consideration is a different category. That's saying, hey, I don't just want to get in front of people. I want to get in front of people that have shown a history of interacting in some way, shape, or form with the post, whether that's engaging with the post, a like or a comment, or traffic to the website, clicking through to the website, sending a message to the company that left the ad, watching the video that the company posted. Those are all things that are going to fall under the consideration category. Now, you're going to get in front of fewer people because they're going to take the audience that you built, but they're going to then siphon that down to say, we're going to show this predominantly to people that have shown a history of doing one of these things. So say that you've chosen traffic as your objective. Facebook is going to take your audience and they're also going to narrow it down more to put it in front of people that have shown a past history of clicking through on posts. So if you want traffic to your website, they're going to try to put it in front of people that have shown a history of clicking through to websites. If you want messages, if you want people to send you messages, Facebook is going to narrow your overall audience that you created and put it in front of people that have shown a past history of leaving messages for companies or engaging in a message string with companies. Whatever that is, video views, whatever. Now, because Facebook is targeting this a little bit tighter, you're going to get in front of fewer people, and you're typically going to have to spend more money to get in front of the number of people that you want. So where you might be able to spend a couple dollars a day on an awareness ad and get in front of a decent amount of people, you're probably, when you shift into consideration, going to have to spend $5 to $10 a day to get any sort of results in consideration. because you're narrowing it down a little bit more. So you're going to get put in front of fewer people. So to get the type of results you want, you may have to spend a little bit more. So from a budget standpoint, think a couple dollars a day, you're probably stuck over in this awareness category. If you've got $5 to $10 a day, you probably can move up into the consideration category of the objective. If you've got more than $10 a day, you may want to consider the conversion category. And that's going to be people like if you build that you want filled out contact forms, you're going to send people to a landing page with a contact form and you want leads. That's a conversion, something along those lines. That's in the conversion category. And you're typically going to have to spend a little bit more to get those conversions. Because again, Facebook is going to narrow your audience down and show it to people that have predominantly shown that they have converted on Facebook or Instagram ads in the past. So while that certainly uses the data that Facebook has to your benefit, it sometimes will take people out of the equation that may have been interested in your product or service, but maybe they've never converted before. Well, they're probably not going to see your ad because Facebook's going to take them out of the mix for that. So what's the best one? Essentially, depending on what your budget is and what your objective is, I like to work with our clients to sort of mix and match that up. I don't try to go too much where it's always an awareness or it's always, a consideration ad or a conversion ad. I try to mix it up. Sometimes you want to be in front of people. Certain times of the year, it's tax season. You want to make sure you're in front of as many people as possible so that they're aware of your product and service. That might be the time of the year where you really want to run an awareness ad because you just want the sheer numbers. You want to be in front of as many people as possible. There's other times where you're trying to achieve a very specific objective and you're willing to pay a little bit more money per conversion for that to happen. And you probably want to go over to the narrower side of the equation and choose a conversion objective and just put your content in front of the people that are the most likely to convert. So with regard to which objective you should choose on Meta or Facebook/Instagram, the first thing you got to ask yourself is what you're trying to achieve. The other thing I would say to you is don't get in the habit of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Try to change up your ads a little bit so that you're not doing the same thing over and over.